allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for this day and the freedom we have in this country. We ask that you be with everybody here, our service members abroad. In His name we pray. Three board members are present, along with the trustee. Declare this a quorum. Everybody should have an agenda in front of them.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
We have to turn minutes from the January.
I can't hear back here.
Any additions, subtractions?
I'm saving this for you.
Any of those? Gary, you got any corrections on the minutes? Need a motion to approve the minutes from the last township board meeting.
I'll make a motion we approve the minutes for February 10th, 2016.
Second the motion? Yes. I'll second the motion. Motion carries. Minutes have been approved in the previous meeting. Do you have any new business? No new business? Any old business? No old business. Legal financial report, anything? Okay. Next meeting, when is the next meeting? It's April 23rd? April 13th? Okay. 26, April 26. Okay. Okay.
You sign one copy. She wanted me to sign 2 copies.
Yes, sir. Okay. Here's one copy. You need to sign this other copy for me.
Oh, you got it there?
Yeah. There's both copies, so you need to sign that also. Okay. Let's see, what else is here? Public comment. We're gonna open this up for public comment. Everybody here, hopefully you've signed in over at the table. If you wanna make a public comment, this isn't a question and answer session, it is for public comment only. There's sheets of paper over there, you need to fill that out with your name and address. If you want to put your comment on there, submit your comment, bring it up here and read your comment and your name, and we'll have that in the minutes for the meeting. If anybody has those, please come forward with it. You have 2 minutes to speak. Do you have one, ma'am?
Yes,
You have the paper filled out?
and I put my name on the paper back there.
No, we have a separate paper. Public comment. She's bringing you one.
That'd be pretty pretty. Since I don't know any of you, and you probably don't know me, we're pretty quiet here in town. I have heard that there was in Texas, a $12,000 pay increase. And I go and vote always, without fail. I don't care if I'm half dead. And I entrust to those people that are voted in to look after my best interests. And when Bill Cook was on the board, I never worried about anything, because he was always 50 miles down the road looking at whatever was coming. And I know he would not have left the fire department in any kind of trouble. And I'm not happy with the idea that there were meetings, texts, and emails that were not given to the public, because we have a right to anything that you discuss or do with regard to this, your group, is privy to us. And privy to us to not agree if we don't agree. And if indeed there was a $12,000 raise, I propose that that $12,000 be put where it would be the very best good. It should be given back, and our officers go out here every day and night, our paramedics and our firemen are always available to us. So if you're gonna give $12,000 to somebody, spread it out to those people who are always under the grid, and not the people who have a meeting occasionally or sit at a desk where they're in no harm's way. I could not do their job. I could not go and look at that horrendous, horrible accident and pick up the pieces. So I'm just asking you that whatever's going on, I don't want my fire department changed. I don't want my ambulance service changed. Everything is working really well. So I would appreciate it if you would leave it like that.
Okay, thank you. What was your name, ma'am?
Susie Hayward.
Susie Hayward, thank you, Susie. Okay, anybody else have a public comment? Nobody else has a public comment?
Well, I do. I was actually trying to pull up the letter. I'm sure most people are familiar with the letter that Audra Shock wrote. So are people familiar with that letter? And I think that's probably why most of us are here. Do you have a comment on the letter to the editor made by Audra?
No. What's your name, ma'am?
My name is Nicole Duncan.
And the other thing I wanted to say was, I had a list of people that I know couldn't make it. Looks like some are, but just the people that wanted it, their names mentioned that they were against resolving the territory.
Okay, do you have that list you'd want to submit it to us?
I'm happy to just read it to you if you want, or I can give it to you, that's fine. It's just a handwritten, it's from my Facebook page from those. We had asked at the informational meeting, could be moved to a more convenient time for those that are working through the day, but obviously it wasn't, so that's kind of what this was, just the people that I know that wanted their name mentioned, that they can't be here at 3 o'clock, otherwise they probably would have attended also.
I understand. You're more than welcome to read the names if you'd like. And if you would submit that, it'd make it accurate for our records for the minutes of the meeting.
No, they were really
Okay.
If you care to do so.
No, I'd be happy to. So I have Audra Shock, Rhonda Schrader, Billy Gary, Jeff Perkey, Linda Schrock, Amy Pasco, Tammy Williams, Kathy Wiles, Kelly Scott Truex, Bridget King Brindley, Carrie Thomas, Kylie Henson, Melissa Scott, Andrew Bowman, John Pfeiffer, Diane Krem, Greg Wilson, Kim Luganville, Carolyn Crowden Hicks, Murray Dixon, Alicia Duncan Phelps, Christy Townsend Leach, Pam Majors, Melanie Thompson, Shane Thompson, Robert Fouch Dunn, and then this was also shared 16 times, and I don't know from all theirs if there were more people that commented in like those also. But I think part of the reason, at least why I'm here, I was hoping to hear responses to not only that letter by Audra, but some of the accusations that were brought up from the information here, or the meeting that we had at the town hall. You know, we were kind of told there that if we wanted the questions that we had that night answered, we needed to come here. So at least for my, I don't know how everybody else feels, but I thought that's kind of what this was, is you guys were going to answer some of those questions.
That's what I
And if
was,
it's not, then how do we get those questions answered? 'Cause we did what we were told to do this time.
What would be the best way for them to get, submit questions or?
Why can't we just ask them?
Well,
Right.
because township board meetings are run differently than town board meetings. We have a public comment section at the end. We don't have like a question and answer session.
So we don't have the right to get answers from our township board?
That's how,
For what you
And
actually.
we voted
for what
you in, but we
did.
don't have the right to know what you're doing?
They can contact you at any time and call you and talk with you.
I think you can submit questions to the office, and we can respond to your questions to the office. That way we can get accurate information, because I don't want to give you inaccurate information in the middle of a meeting.
You don't have accurate, I mean, I'm
Well,
sure
it
you
depends on
realize
what
what was
you're asking.
happening, because otherwise you would have had your meeting over at the other place.
Right.
You knew we were coming for answers. This is why, I mean, some of us were upset when the answers weren't there
They don't want to give
at
it.
the informational meeting, because the trustee said that she didn't have the paperwork with her, so we were told to come here. Now we're being told again we don't have answers?
the trustees
Really?
actually even on record saying that this meeting would be moved to 7. You suggested it
Yes.
yourself, and it didn't. We're still here at 3 and not many numbered.
And I asked you on the phone about it being moved, and you said you were gonna talk about it this meeting and start moving it to a different time.
Well, ma'am, if you would like to submit those lists of names, we'll make sure that they're in the minutes for our meeting.
I'd be happy to submit those
Okay,
names,
thank
but I'd also be happy to get some answers. I think we all would, that's why we're here. I mean, I'm sorry, but we're not, I mean, you've got a room full of people, we're not naive enough to think that you guys didn't anticipate us being here for answers.
I mean, is it gonna be the
That's
highest?
exactly why we're here.
And where is it stated that you guys can't discuss, that this is only a comment? Where is that stated?
That's the way township meetings are set up. It's for a comment section at the end.
Where's that listed?
I think it's a state statute.
It's a state
It's a
statute
state
that any
statute.
taxpayer, not citizen, but taxpayer can speak at a township board meeting on a matter, whether it's the budget or a matter before the board, that a taxpayer has the right to speak.
But we don't have the right to answer.
You can contact your township advisory board members at any time, but I believe that the issue that we're here, that we're here on today was discussed in the township board over the course of the past year, and it was already voted
I
on.
think that's the question that we're all having. We don't see in the minutes, and there's a lot of questions on whether that was actually discussed openly and legally.
The minutes,
That
the
was in the
minutes
minutes
are on the
we just-
website, and there are several places in the minutes that talk about the town, or the fire territory and the issues that the township was having with the fire territory.
But if it was in so many minutes, why did it take so many people off guard? People that were in positions of power.
I don't know, I can't tell you why everybody was off guard.
There are some of us old folks that, pardon me, we do not have computers, I don't want one. So I have to communicate face to face.
And I think any of these folks, if you want to call and talk with them, or
We
talk with
should
them
have
after the
talked to
meeting.
them.
Yeah, we're here now.
Time out and arrange
It
babysitters
should
to be
be
here to talk to them.
a group situation,
Yes.
and we all know the same thing at the same time.
I mean, I have nothing to do today, so.
I'm sorry, I'm not being disrespectful, but what is your name?
My name is Jeanette Cassabaum, and I'm the attorney for the township.
Oh.
Miss, may I ask, if that's the case, do you have what he's saying about state statute, do you have that available so we can see that, that they don't have to answer our questions, which we voted them in? And it's my tax
I
dollars
didn't say
that
they
pay
didn't
your
have to
bill.
answer your questions. I said you can contact them. There's public hearings and there's public meetings, and that's the distinction between public hearings and public meetings. And public hearings, the public has a right to get up and make public comment. But you don't have a right in a public meeting or a public hearing to get into a debate with the public officials, but you can contact them, you can call them, you can talk with them after the meeting about your concerns.
I don't think any of us want to debate, we just want answers.
I wasn't debating them, I'm just asking a question. Did this happen? And nobody has an answer.
Can we set up a meeting then for question and answer today? And I will gladly come back.
Like at 3:20.
We're all here. You're saying you don't have to do it now, then set up a meeting when we can today.
No, but,
I know, I
yeah,
know.
but that's what we were told last month.
Yeah, we're being strung along by people we voted in.
Right.
Yes, I believe.
I think if you would contact us, we would be more than happy to have a one-on-one meeting.
No.
No, but why do we have to do that as a one-on-one?
Then it's-
Why can't we discuss?
He said, she said.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
actually. That's what we're hearing out here in the public now, is he said, she said. We don't know, because we weren't there.
Does anybody else have another public comment?
Do you have copies of the minutes you just approved from the last township meeting?
They'll be placed on the township's website tomorrow morning.
Okay, and will those include the discussion that was made to dissolve the
Yes.
territory? That
Those
will
are-
include all that discussion in those minutes?
I just read them and they're in.
Okay.
And when was that approved to dissolve the territory?
Last meeting.
So in February?
Yes.
And in December at the territory meeting, it was, or I think it was the territory meeting, it was said that there was no plan to dissolve the territory, that had no, Jackson Township had no plan to pull out.
Yeah, that was the,
I don't know.
That's, I mean, that's the information we
Yeah,
were given,
that's-
so I'm questioning
That's what I
if.
that's the
in
information you gave us,
One meeting,
strung us along with.
Ma'am, I don't have that information with me. I don't know. I can't give you that. Is there any more public comment?
do you have any response to the complaints that's been made as far as this,
Not official, no.
how about unofficial?
You guys have anything else?
Did you really call us retards?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Public comment?
No answer to that one.
Mr. Schwartz mentioned that if anybody wants to talk to one of us after the meeting, we'll be available. I'm very happy to talk with you.
Can I ask why that is? Why do we have to wait until after a meeting to discuss? I don't get that.
If you're available after the meeting, why aren't we available now?
Yeah,
If
exactly.
anyone's available, then during the meeting, we should talk now, but why does that have to be off the record?
And you know, honestly, if, I came in here with a
Can
pretty open
anybody else pull up
mind
Facebook?
with
Because
this
I want that letter from
situation.
Auburn, and I want that letter from.
I'm beginning to wonder, hey,
That's fine.
everybody is a rat in the hole. And I don't like that. If I'm innocent, I say so.
Can you speak up louder, please, so we can hear you?
If we don't have any more public comment, then I ask to close the public comment.
I do have one. I have a question for the attorney. Do we have, I don't even know that you can help us, but we have no leg to stand on right now? We were doing what we were told to do, find out answers, and this is it?
This is a public hearing. It's not, the township board does not have an obligation to answer your questions in a public hearing. They've already made the decision to withdraw from the territory. It's irrevocable.
Unless it was illegally done, which is what we want the question answered about.
So,
There was stuff done behind doors, behind, this isn't,
and I
this is
think,
not
and
right.
I think as a taxpayer of the township, then you need to address the township, you need to come to the township.
We were told to come to this meeting. She told us, the trustee herself, we were told to come to this meeting for answers.
Yes.
I am paying a babysitter to be here to find out what's going on, and all of these people that couldn't be here listed their names, and now we get nothing?
And we're just supposed to wait until it's adjourned, and then what? I don't get it. There has to be something else here.
That we are the citizens of this community, and you guys are all voted in. We have the right to answers from the people that we vote into this office.
Most of us voted you in.
Yeah.
And the trustees, the one that made the comment, to come to this meeting.
This isn't right.
This feels a little like worship.
It's just on the.
People know what's going on.
What's his name?
I'll second it.
Yeah.
Comments are complete. Do we have anything else on the agenda?
So will there be another meeting scheduled for questions and answers, or?
We're not discussing the time of meeting changing either?
I think they're just discussing the lead.
And that wasn't brought up for new business at all?
Which I was told directly from her that it was gonna be.
Chicken shit. Chicken shit.
Motion, Jerry seconded them.
What was that?
Why are you whispering amongst yourself? Thankfully here.
Can't hear.
I mentioned that Mr. Schwartz made the motion to close public comment, and Mr. Cook seconded it, and the motion carried. That's what I wrote on the sheet of paper.
So are we adjourned?
We're adjourned.
All right, now you can answer our questions.
What a bunch of hogwash. What a bunch of hogwash. Oh, we don't.
No, it wasn't.
Just got us out and now